Hey guys, how's everybody doing? This is KC from www.sportspicksnation.com. Today is December the 7th, 2011. Happy Pearl Harbor Day, actually. December 7th, remember 1941. So, guys, we are on a bad run. I will not run from it. I will not hide from it. I will not deny it. There's absolutely no way that I can spin any kind of numbers or statistics or anything over the last 4 days that's really going to make anybody feel any better. If you've been following me and you've been losing money, hey, probably nothing I can say on this video is going to make you feel better about that. But guys, I'm right there with you. I've had 4 losing days myself with my own money as well. Right now I'm down about $1,900. So, it happens. It's part of it. Couple of things, actually 3 things that I never ever do when I'm on a losing run. The first thing I never do, I don't panic and I don't get emotional and I don't start doubling up to try to catch up. It's one of those situations where, well, I lost $500 on this bet, so the next one's going to be a winner, and I better put $1,000 on it. Or if you're a $100 bettor, $100 you lost, and so the next one you bet $220 to get back your $100, and start chasing the money. So first thing, just don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Don't fall into that trap. The sports books and the odds makers, they want you to get emotional. They want you to chase your money. They want you to do all those things. Why? Because they know if you do that and you don't have a system and you're not disciplined and you don't stick with it, and they realize most people do get emotional when it comes to money, that in the long run, doing it that way, you're going to lose your money. The second thing that I never do, I never get superstitious. I know guys that get superstitious and, when they get on a winning run, they wear the same shirt or they, something like that. I don't do that. All right, I know my system works. I know that the plays that I come up with and the way that I handicap these games, in the long run, it does work and it evens out over time. I always am in the 55 to 60% range, usually closer to 60, around 58, 57.9, somewhere in there. So, and the last thing that I never ever do, what I don't do is I don't stop what I'm doing. I don't stop the process. I don't completely change the way that I'm going to look at these games and the way that I look at line movements and the way that I'm going to handicap these games. The reason why I don't, guys, is I would have to look at a whole month or possibly an entire season. Now, if I'm losing money across a full month, or even more importantly, an entire season of a particular sport, for example, if I go this entire college basketball season and I'm not in profit by the end of the season, I'm going to have to reevaluate the way that I look at these games in my spreadsheets and the various software programs that I use, and my own personal intuition as far as how I handicap these games. But 3 or 4 days, a week, whatever, I'm not going to worry about that. Like I said, I've had losing weeks, I've had losing months. It happens. We get back on track. It's just like if any of you guys do play basketball, or if you have played basketball, when you're shooting the ball, when you're hot, it's great. But when you're not hot, you don't stop shooting the ball. You keep shooting the ball until you can get that shot back, till you get your stroke back. So that's what we're going to do today, guys. So let's move on and let's talk about what we're going to do today to get us back on track. All right. Now I've found 5 selections today. Now I know that's a lot, especially when we've kind of been on a losing run. But I found 5 selections today, and I really believe that this is going to be a profitable day with these 5 selections. All right, these are all in college basketball. So first of all, let's talk about LaSalle Explorers. They're traveling to Towson State. They are in revenge. The LaSalle Explorers are a much better team than they were last year. They're a much better team than Towson State. Towson State is horrible. They are horrible. This line right now is minus 15.5. I don't think that's enough points. I've also seen the line moving at 16.5 some places. So if you're going to get on this one, you want to go ahead and get on LaSalle before the line keeps moving. But I really believe LaSalle's going to be able to win this game by 20 points. So we're going to take LaSalle minus the 15.5, or if you're at minus 16, wherever you're at. I'm at minus 15.5 right now. So I'm going to say LaSalle minus 15.5. All right, now we got Temple going to Toledo. Guys, this one's kind of a tricky one. It seems almost like a trap to me. Why do I say it's a trap? Well, it opened at Toledo getting 13 points at home. All right, and that thing has moved down overnight. Since last night, it's moved down to Toledo plus 11.5 and plus 11 at some places. Now, guys, you remember that Temple last year completely destroyed the Toledo Rockets at Temple. Beat them by 37 points, I think, something like that. The public right now is all over Toledo. That's the reason why the line's dropping. Over 70% of the public is on Toledo. They were on Toledo plus 13, which has moved this down to Toledo plus 11.5. Now, you guys remember just a few days ago, we were actually on the Toledo Rockets minus a point or a minus a point and a half, and they took the entire game to come back against a UNC Wilmington team that is not very good, and that was a home game for the Toledo Rockets. They barely won that game by 2 points. They barely covered that game. Guys, I'm going to go against the public on this one. I like this game. I like the Temple Owls in this game. I like them to beat Toledo very much the same way they did last year. Maybe not by 37 points, but I really believe that Toledo is going to be able to win this game. The Temple Owls are really going to be able to win this game, and I believe they're going to be able to cover an 11 or 11.5 point spread. So I'm going to go against the public, and I'm going to go with Temple Owls minus 11.5 on that game. All right, next, Arizona at Florida. This game right now, Florida is laying 11 points at home. I think this line is a little bit inflated, guys. The reason why, Florida got a lot of national attention. Last week they played a very good game against a very good Syracuse team, and they put up a lot of threes, and they got a lot of public exposure. And Florida is a good team. I do believe Florida is going to win this game, but Arizona can shoot the three ball as well, and I think Arizona is going to be able to sneak inside that 11 points. I see Florida winning this game, somewhere maybe around 8, 9, 10 points, something like that. I look for Arizona to be competitive well into the second half. So if that's the case, I really believe that if Arizona can keep this thing competitive into the second half, more than 10, 12 minutes into the second half, they should be able to stay inside this 11 points. So we're going to go with Arizona plus 11. All right, got two more, guys. We have 5 today. So next one is Middle Tennessee at UAB. UAB team is not living up to expectations. A lot of people thought they would be better than they are. Middle Tennessee, on the other hand, is really opening a lot of eyes. They've got some pretty nice wins under their belt already. On the road, they beat a UCLA team. Of course, the UCLA is a little bit down this year, but it was a big win for them. They won that game by 25, more than 20 points. I look for Middle Tennessee, and the other thing I like on this one, guys, the line is dropping. The line is dropping. It dropped from -5 down to -4.5. I'm getting it at 4.5 right now. I like Middle Tennessee State. I like Middle Tennessee State to cover the 4.5 over UAB. Okay, the last game. Let's look at Air Force hosting Wright State. Guys, Wright State actually beat Air Force pretty easily last year, so Air Force is back at home playing in revenge, and they're a better team. They're an improved team. Right now, they're 3-1 against the number of their last 4. Wright State has struggled on the road. They have not won a game on the road. They have not covered basically any spread that's been in this range from 7 points to 10 points or more. They've struggled. So this one has dropped from 7 or 7.5 down to 6.5. Air Force is a 6.5 home chalk right now. I like the Air Force Falcons to cover this one at home and get the revenge over Wright State. So the picks for today, once again, LaSalle minus 15.5 over Towson, Temple minus 11.5 over Toledo, Arizona plus 11 over Florida, Middle Tennessee State. Why did I just say the Blue Raiders? Minus 4.5 over UAB, and finally, Air Force minus 6.5 over Wright State. Guys, if you want these picks, text it to your cell phone every single day for free. You can simply text the word PICKS, that's P-I-C-K-S, that's how you spell PICKS, to 94932 on your United States-based cell phone. That's PICS to 94932. Give us a like on Facebook, guys. We're at facebook.com/SportsPicksNation. That's all I got. There it is. Let's go make some money. I'm KC from www.sportspicksnation.com. Wishing us good luck tonight.